Hey everybody, Matt Hartman here again for Drunkard's Walk. Thanks so much for listening, and a big thank you to Jesse L.E. for our theme music and Nick Harmio for our artwork. And hey, hope you're enjoying Season 10 so far. If you are, head on over to Facebook and join our new Facebook group. That's right, it's an opportunity for you to talk all about the things that you hear on Drunkard's Walk. Tell us about the walks that you've gone on. And hey, maybe even give us a suggestion at our link tree. That's linktr.ee/drunkardswalk. You can give us a rating or review on iTunes. You can give us money if you become a patron on Patreon. And you can just give us your love and support if you just keep on listening. Enjoy, everybody. Hey everybody, welcome to Drunkard's Walk. I am Matt Hartman, one of the hosts of Drunkard's Walk, the Drunkard's Walk podcast, of course, in case you thought for a moment you were watching a movie or listening to an audiobook. No, it's a podcast that's coming into your ears, and I am here, and also my co-host, or co-host makes it sound less than, my also host, Jethro Nolan.
Hello.
Hi,
I don't
Jethro.
think I'd never thought co-host for once made it sound less than.
You don't think so? Because when they say like starring and then co-star, I feel like it gets a lower billing.
I feel like, well, in that specific instance, yes, but I feel like
Okay.
in general, co is explicitly indicating equality, like co-chairs of a committee or
Sure.
co-hosts of a program. I think that there are some, very specific instances like pilot and co-pilot. Where, I mean, honestly, you could say host and host. There's no, we're the hosts. If you were to call yourself host and call me the co-host, then that would be diminishing, and I would storm out the door.
Well, that is kind of what was happening, so that's why I had to undo it. So because I said I was the host, and
I know your heart, Matt. I know.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Well, it is fantastic to be back here on episode 2 of season 10 of Drunkard's Walk. And if you're just joining us, what we do here is that we take little trips through Wikipedia. We have a starting page that we start on. We find some links out of that page to another page, to another, to another, to another, to finally reach a particular destination. And that's it. And we've been doing it for 9 full seasons into our 10th season. I don't even know how many total links we have clicked on, Jethro, but it has been a lot of links. I do know 782 at this point. We've gone to 782 different links. So that's
a fight over every one of them.
That's right. That's right. Another thing that you should know if you're just joining us is that Jethro and I often disagree, which leads to drama and increases the listenability of the podcast, right?
Oh, yeah. We've workshopped this, so many focus groups, and we tried being agreeable, but the focus groups hated it. So they
did. They did not like it. One. Yeah. We had to change that. Start from scratch, essentially. And if you listen to any of our classic episodes, you heard that things changed over the first couple of seasons pretty significantly. But after season 2, we've pretty much held steady, I would say, with our format. Wouldn't you say so, Jethro?
Well, yeah, we're done learning stuff.
That's right.
We've settled into our rut, and welcome to you joining us in our rut.
That's right. Welcome to our rut. It's exciting. It's wonderful to be here, and we're glad that you're here listening. And I mentioned that we start at a particular place. We'll be starting where we ended last week. And if you missed that episode, go back and listen to it right now. You can pause this, go listen to episode 1 of season 10. Because if you didn't, you missed Sarah Wojlak, which is, shame on you for 6 weeks for that. I'm gonna wait a second so they can pause and do that. Okay, good. So you're back. So for you, that whole length of the episode has passed. But for me, it's been mere seconds. It's as if you have traveled at the speed of light, or perhaps I have. I don't remember which way that works. But now you know that our ending spot last week was the Lhasa Apso, the dog from where was it? Tibet, Jethro?
Tibetan, Tibetan
dog.
breed.
Yeah, but where will we go this week? Asks the inquisitive listener, and we have an answer for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because we actually have someone else on the Zoom call. That is our guest, And our guest tonight is none other, ladies and gentlemen, than my very own daughter, Penelope Hartman.
Yay.
So, Penny, why don't you unmute your microphone and say hello to our wonderful listening podcast audience?
Hi, my name is Penny.
Hello,
Nice.
Penny.
Very good. Thank you
Hi.
for identifying yourself.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Welcome back to Drunkard's Walk. You have been a guest on the show, I believe, 2 times before. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. And so now, tell us, how old are you now, Penny?
I'm 7 years old.
Wow.
7. Can you believe it, folks? She's
I
7
can believe
already.
it.
And that
She
puts
just
you
keeps getting
in.
older.
She does. Every year she gets another
Yeah.
year older every year, and we celebrate it too.
That's crazy.
And what grade does that put you in now?
I'm in second grade.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. Second grade.
How do you like it so far?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Better or
Yeah.
worse than first grade?
I like them the same.
Okay.
Good. Very diplomatic answer.
How about better or worse than kindergarten?
Better.
Okay. All right. There we go. Getting
Good
the
call.
getting
Yeah.
the straight dope now. What about like subjects? What's your favorite subject now in school?
I really like math.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a good one. Jethro and I are both big fans of math. What is it? What's been your favorite thing to learn about in math this year?
Well, I really liked learning time.
Yes. So you can figure out what time it is, and now I believe. Well, you've been able to read a clock for quite a while because there's one at Grandma and Papap's house that they make you read all the time, isn't there?
Well, there is one, but they don't tell me to read it.
They don't.
No.
Oh, your grandmother's been lying to me then.
Ah! Wow. We're uncovering a lot of family drama now, aren't we?
We are. We're learning new things here. Well, that's cool. So learning about time, doing some math, second grade, and so school. I mean, we're coming up. Not too much school left for second grade. Are you getting excited for summer yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you looking forward to doing this summer?
Mm, I'm looking forward to my birthday and going to summer camp.
Very nice.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Those are some exciting things. Well, Penny, we brought you on here because we need a what we call a destination or a topic for us to try to travel to through this Wikipedia website that we go to. So, did you think of a good topic for us?
Yes, I actually did.
All right.
Very nice.
So what do you got?
Taylor Swift.
Ha ha!
Taylor Swift. Well, that's going to make this the most popular episode we have, I think.
It really? Oh, absolutely. By the way, welcome to all the people who downloaded a podcast with Taylor Swift in the title.
That's
and
right.
are confused and disappointed by what you've ended up with.
Actually, that'll be next week's episode. We'll have Taylor Swift in the title. So we'll have to make sure we introduce ourselves that way then as well, because this one, it'll be in the show notes maybe, but it'll be a mystery.
Fair enough.
So why, Penny, did you pick Taylor Swift?
Well, I really like all of her songs that she's wrote.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a favorite?
My favorite is Bad Blood.
Oh, is that right? That's your favorite? That's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's the one that.
that.
And it used to be bad blood. Those
aren't the right lyrics, but yeah, that's the song.
I don't want to. We can't afford the lyrics, so I'm just doing kind of the tune.
That's true.
Yeah.
If we sing it on the air, they'll charge us a bunch of money, won't they? So you like her songs? Is there anything else that you like about Taylor Swift? Like, how do you even know who Taylor Swift is? Did you overhear it like while you were walking through Target one time or something? How do you know who that is?
Well, it started first when I heard the song Anti-Hero, and I asked mommy who sang that song, and she said Taylor Swift, and I said, did Taylor Swift write any other songs? And she said yes. And I was like, can we listen to them? And she said, of course. And when we listened to them, I really liked them.
Very cool.
Yeah, there you go. So, and I think mommy is a bit of a Swiftie herself, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see the Taylor Swift movie?
Yes.
And how was it?
It was great.
Fantastic. I haven't seen it yet. It's coming out on streaming in about a week. Actually, by the time this episode comes out, it will have already be released.
That's right.
But yeah,
That's right. Yeah. Penny and her mommy went to see it in the theaters.
they didn't take you?
No, I didn't get to go. She just bought tickets for the two of them.
Well, maybe Matt, maybe you can come over and we can have a slumber party and some Teddy Grahams and we can watch it together.
Oh boy, I'll have to make some bracelets so that we can trade them.
Excellent.
I have
Yeah.
bracelets.
I bet you do.
I know you do. You've made a lot. In fact, you made a bunch to take with you to the movie. Did you do any trading while you were at the movie?
No, we didn't.
No. Yeah, I heard your showing was a little tame compared to some of the reports out there. Was it kind of quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. But still it was fun to watch, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh good. All right. Well, I would ask you all sorts of questions about Taylor Swift, but I mean, who doesn't know everything about Taylor Swift already, right? I mean, Jethro, you know who she's dating, right?
Oh yeah, I sure do.
Who is that, Jethro? Who's
So
she
much
dating?
so that no, I actually do know this one. Travis Kelce.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Right.
I have Jason Kelce on the brain because he just retired and made speeches. So
That's true.
my brain barely has room for one Kelce. So
That's right.
there you go.
And I guess you know her favorite number, also, Jethro.
Taylor Swift's favorite number?
Yeah.
Probably $1 billion. Is that her favorite number?
I don't think so. Penny, do you know her favorite number?
13.
13. That's right. Lucky.
Why is 13 her favorite number?
Well, December 13th is her birthday.
Aha.
There you go. There you go.
Okay,
So that's
well,
probably
that
part
makes
of it.
sense.
And then she also owns a particular type of pet. Penny, what kind of pet does she own?
A cat.
I think she has a couple, actually.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. Well, there you go. So yeah, so that maybe that's going to be our in, Jethro. Maybe it's going to be pets that we're going to have to go through here. Famous pets. Penny, do you know the names of her cats by any chance?
No, I don't know the names.
I don't either. But if any Swifties are listening, you can write us. Go to our link tree, linktr.ee/drunkardswalk, and you can email us and tell us the names of Taylor Swift's cats.
Matt Hartman still trying to make that link tree happen.
Yeah, Linktree, baby. That's the best thing to go to on the internet. Well, Penn, I want to thank you very much for coming on the show and being a guest for us. I always love it when you're here. And I have to ask you actually before we let you go. Jethro and I oftentimes have something to drink while we're walking. Are you having anything to drink tonight?
Yes, I am having something to drink.
Ooh, what's that?
What is that?
I'm having green milk.
Green milk.
Yeah,
why green?
We
Did it
let
go
things-
bad?
Yeah,
Is it really
we let
gross?
stuff go here. We don't put it in the fridge.
Is it yucky?
It is actually very tasty.
Ooh.
What makes it so tasty, Penn?
The flavor of it is mint vanilla.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was more interested in what makes it so green, but I think you've also same answer, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the
Very
same. It's a St. Patrick's Day seasonal milk from whatever company makes it. So I don't know what it is, but
Excellent.
yeah, that's great. Well, that's awesome. Jethro, are you having any green milk tonight?
No, I'm having water again.
Oh,
Twice in a
all
row.
right. All right. Is it all right? Well, I'm not gonna pry. I am not.
Thanks.
I'm drinking a Penelope bourbon. as a matter of fact, because
Very nice.
I knew Penelope was going to be on. So I have Penelope Architect from our good friends at the Penelope Bourbon Distillery. And so there you go. Well, thanks, Pen, for being on the show. And I'm going to let you go because I think it's your bedtime. So you got to go take a tubby and get to bed. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
For those of you who are, do we need to pause?
No, I think no, we're fine.
Okay, cool.
Right.
We'll roll. We'll roll straight into it. For those of you who we're not on the Zoom, the entirety of Penny's interview, she was an anthropomorphized wolf.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that's what she was laughing at the whole time, and not us.
I think so. Also, the way she was speaking, I think she was watching the mouth move on the wolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just making sure it was very clear what she was saying. And she was at the beach, which I think was pretty fun.
There you go. That explains why she was so relaxed.
Well. For those that aren't aware, I met Penny doing improv, which is where I meet most people. So that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Yeah. All right. Well, Jethro, we are, I think, about ready to take off on our walk here, except that we need to make a little prediction as to how many links it will take us to get from Lhasa Apso to Taylor Swift, quite possibly one of the most famous people in the world. So, just something to consider when you're writing down your guess.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm going to write mine
I get your hint
as well. Well, I'm just saying, I feel like it's not going to be a particularly long walk, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, once or twice.
Yeah. And quite frankly, I don't know what position you are in to be giving me guessing hints.
I'm in no position to be doing that. I just wanted to make sure that what I was thinking was out there so that it was fair play, but I guess I shouldn't do that. You never do that. So what am I doing?
No, I mean, anytime I give any kind of suggestion or what could be perceived of as help, you've got to factor in 9 different levels of game theory where
right. Yeah.
Am I trying to screw you over? Because that's all I care about is winning.
And the answer is yes. And I, last season, if you recall, we talked about this and I was like, I can never get this right. And there was a suggestion given of take your guess and then subtract 1 or 2 from it, because that's generally, and I tried that, I think, and it did not work. So I immediately abandoned that. And then last week I lost because I believe I had a number that was too high.
Right.
And I'm glad you tried it
2
off of it, I would have gotten it right. So
I'm glad you tried it once and then immediately
stopped. Yeah, that's the way testing is supposed to work. Try it once, sample size of 1. If it doesn't work, get out of there.
There you go. That's science.
Out of there. Yep. That's how science works. All right. Well, I have my guess. You have your guess?
I got a guess.
Then let's do it, man. Let's get rolling from Lhasa Apso to Taylor Swift.
It's actually a surprisingly short page.
It is a very short page. I am just noticing now. And it has a lot of links to things that are either Tibetan or dog.
I mean, it's right at the confluence of those 2 things.
It really is. And the links on the page reflect that quite accurately.
I see a couple of possible Tibetan routes to get us there.
Okay.
If you were a Tibetan man, you might bet on
disgusting.
Thubten Gyatso, 13th Dalai Lama. Because the Dalai Lama, I don't know if you know this, he meets a lot of people.
Oh, you think the Dalai Lama has met Taylor Swift?
I don't know if he's met Taylor Swift, but I would be shocked if the Dalai Lama hadn't met somebody who had met Taylor Swift.
Oh, I see. 6 degrees is what you're saying.
So, but not even 6. It could be 2.
Sure, yeah.
Another possibility, and it's a little geographic, but I think since we're already kind of would be Tibet itself. And the reason for that is because of the support for freeing Tibet within the American music community, specifically the Beastie Boys were big advocates of a free Tibet. So that could be a way to get us to the Beastie Boys, which is in the same sort of universe as Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Well, these are not terrible ideas.
Thank you. What a ringing endorsement. What do you got?
That's about as far as I'll go for not terrible. No, I mean those. Those aren't bad at all. The only reason I would go away from the Dalai Lama is that this is a particular Dalai Lama that it links to, not like Dalai Lama in general.
But that's the current Dalai Lama.
I don't think so.
Why do you
I
not
don't think so? Because it says that he arrived in 1933 to the United States. It was a gift from him to see Sidam Cutting arriving in the United States in 1933. So I do not believe that this is the current Dalai Lama.
Gotcha. Well, all right then.
That's my guess.
That's a fair comment then.
So I was going to suggest that we go through the American Kennel Club.
Why so?
And the reason for that is because there are those like Westminster dog shows and all those different types of dog shows that are on television. And they are broadcast the same way that like sports are broadcast. And I feel that there might be a path through like football, Super Bowl, Travis Kelce type of thing through sports.
So you don't want to recognize Taylor Swift for her own achievements and accomplishments. You only want to see her as some bauble that hangs off the side of Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Jethro, that's exactly what I want to do. You've got me. You just know me so well.
Well,
but
I'm just glad Penny's not around to hear this.
Yeah, it would be upsetting. No, I don't feel that way, but I also don't. The Tibet route to me is possibly there's that going to be that support thing, and we're going to be able to get into the music industry and go that direction. I'm not certain of that, nor am I certain, by the way, of going through the Kennel Club and getting to the Super Bowl and then getting to Travis Kelce that way. It just, for some reason, it feels more certain. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe Tibet is the better way to go.
I don't know. I'm also looking at the external links that are down below for toy dogs.
Okay.
Because you mentioned that she has a cat.
She does, yes.
And I didn't know if there were other famous dog breeds that might get us into the world of celebrities. Because don't a lot of celebrities like have their little toy dogs?
I guess they do. I'm trying to think of is Chihuahua on here anywhere?
It is.
There is. Chihuahua's on here. So
Chihuahua.
That gets us into like an actual famous dog with the Taco Bell dog, right?
The Taco Bell dog.
Right. And that gets you into famous people right away. But it also, I think, gets you into Paris Hilton. And I feel like there's possibly a path through that somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, I don't know what other types of dogs are owned by, like, I can't name another famous dog that's owned by a famous person.
Fair dues.
So yeah, so I could go through Chihuahua, or I could go through Tibet. I could give Tibet a try. I feel like it's a possibility. What do you like?
How about American Kennel Club?
Wait, what? That I thought we weren't going to go that way.
I know, but when I look at Tibet, it's geographic. When I look at Chihuahua, it's another dog breed, so it feels like we're going sideways. At least American Kennel Club is different in some way. So, and you're the one who brought it up. I'm agreeing with you, man.
I know, but I've convinced myself that that's not a good idea. You think?
Okay, well, if we're gonna go, if we have to choose between Tibet and Chihuahua, let's go to Chihuahua because it at least is more mystery.
All right, let's do it. Let's go to Chihuahua.
Indeed, Chihuahua
or Chihuahua, as it is spelled.
Indeed. Now it is quasi geographic because it is named for the Mexican state of Chihuahua.
Good point.
Now, I will say the Chihuahua page is much longer than the Lhasa Apso page.
It's longer. I wouldn't say a lot longer.
I have already said much.
Also, it does not have Chihuahuas in popular culture, unfortunately.
But it does have See Also, which links to Ren of Ren and Stimpy fame.
Yes.
And also Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Which I believe is Is that what, a talking dog film of some kind?
Oh, I assume so. I've never seen it. Thank the Lord.
Yeah, I'm mousing over it now. Released on October 3rd, 2008, the film stars Piper Perabo, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Manilo Cardona.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
that was
Jamie Lee
very
Curtis.
popular when Maddie was a wee one.
Okay.
And its many sequels. So every so often we'd go to see a movie for Maddie in the theater, and all the trailers would play, and Christy and I would have to be like, "You're taking her to that one." So I think Christy got roped into at least one of the Beverly Hills Chihuahuas.
Gotcha.
And I have
Okay.
remained blissfully ignorant.
Well, I will say, based on everything else that is linked on this page, it's gonna be one of those two that we go to. Dog Show is linked here, but that again, I feel like we kind of poo-pooed that path.
You have, in fact.
And I don't see other things on here. I mean, everything else is very dog related, dog show related. There's some diseases that the Chihuahua can get, but
does Taylor Swift have any dog diseases, or Travis Kelce have any dog diseases that we know?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't. If they do, I don't know about them, I guess is what I should say.
Okay. We do have Conquistadors.
Yeah, it doesn't...
as a link, which could get us to Native American, which could get us to the Kansas City Chiefs in the worst possible way.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't think I like that particular path personally.
All right, then. So, Beverly Hills Chihuahua or the Ren and Stimpy show?
Yeah, that's the question. Foof. Yeah, I did. Gosh, I don't even know. I guess the Ren and Stimpy show, because we know that gets us to Nickelodeon, and we know that Taylor Swift has probably won a Kids' Choice Award.
Has she?
I would be shocked if she hadn't.
Okay.
So.
I was actually thinking Beverly Hills Chihuahua, just because Ren and Stimpy is like early 90s, and Beverly Hills Chihuahua probably features some actresses that are kind of in the same realm of fame of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean, Ren and Stimpy had
by somebody who was popular, whereas Ren and Stimpy is for like weird stoners and oddball kids.
Yeah, but it did have a resurgence in the past couple of years, and there's a chance that it had like because it was a show that ran for a certain amount of time. There's a chance that it had guest stars and more people associated with it than Beverly Hills Chihuahua. So that's why I feel, and again, we know we can get to Nickelodeon, and I really think that there's a path from Nickelodeon into the world of Taylor Swift.
Yeah. But I mean, Ren and Stimpy only went from 91 to 95.
Yeah, that's 4 seasons, man. That's like 100 episodes potentially.
I know, but we're 10 seasons. Come on. Yeah. We are the Ren and Stimpy of podcasts.
Let's not go that far. I don't know.
In that one day we too will be a footnote. I mean, honestly, I'd be thrilled if we made it to footnote status.
You idiot. Okay. Well, look, if you're hardcore about Beverly Hills Chihuahua,
I'm not.
I think there's a way out of it. I just think the Ren and Stimpy show is going to be a better bet. But I've been wrong before, so
I'm definitely not hardcore about it at all.
Well, then let's go to the Ren and Stimpy show. I like the Ren and Stimpy show better, so let's just go there for that reason.
All right, let's do that. This is the Matt hour.
What? The Matt hour? We didn't go to Chihuahua because I love Chihuahuas.
But you picked it. I wanted to go to American Kennel Club.
No, I picked American Kennel Club.
I know, but I actually wanted to go to it. You abandoned it. You didn't have the conviction of your...
I definitely didn't have any conviction. Hey, MTV is linked on this page.
Ooh.
So I'm going to point that out immediately.
I would go there, but MTV... I don't know if you know this, Matt, and the young folks listening, but MTV actually used to play music videos.
They don't play any music videos at all anymore. Is that true?
Well, I mean, I can't remember the last. I think the last time I watched MTV, it was like 1998, and I was in Amsterdam. I don't think I've watched it since then.
Okay, so. Well then, I guess we won't go to you for information about MTV because it might or it might not. I am looking through the rest of this. I do see a link to Nickelodeon. Obviously, I see Peter Lorre, the Maltese Falcon, Burl Ives, Kirk Douglas, and Frank Zappa, all linked on this page.
Indeed. Mark
Soleil,
Hamill.
Soleil Moon Frye.
There we go. Punky Brewster herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Abbey Road is linked on here. The Beatles.
There's a link to rockabilly, pop music.
Oh,
Ooh, pop could get us there.
Come on now. Pop music is gonna be it, right? I mean, it's almost got to be.
I don't know. It's we could look through other things.
There's a lot. This is a much longer page than our previous 2 pages. So there's a lot to look at here. Clueless is on here. The Cable Guy. Some movies that Taylor Swift would have been too young to actually watch or appreciate.
There we go.
She's born in 1989. So I see Deadline Hollywood, Variety, SpongeBob SquarePants, Comedy Central, Daria, Beavis and Butthead. There's the COVID-19 pandemic on this page. Why, it's on every page we go to, I feel like.
Indeed. Chris Suave.
Out of Print is linked on this page. That's a thing. Out of Print.
Mm-hmm.
That's really something. Let's see here. Game Boy. There's a video game, whole video game section, and Game Boy is linked in there. Some Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3 Slime Speedway. You know.
What a time to be alive.
Oh, Marvel Comics is linked on here. So there's been a lot of talk about the fact that Taylor Swift may very well play the character Dazzle in the upcoming, I forgot the name of the Deadpool 3 movie, because it's a character that she's a lot like in real life, and so Marvel Comics or even 20th Century Fox could be a path. In fact, 20th Century Fox might be. Is 20th Century Fox who produced the movie, the Eras movie?
So didn't she do it herself and sell it directly to AMC? Like she went around the studios?
Okay, yeah,
like,
that's certainly possible. Yeah,
yeah, I think that was the whole thing. Was like she went around the studios and went direct to AMC to distribute it through their theaters, and it was a brilliant business move. And she made $1 gazillion, and now she's streaming it on Disney Plus
And that's the reason I asked, because it being on Disney Plus, I know that they own 20th Century Fox, and so I thought maybe there was a chance that there was some connection there. But I think you're right. I think that she self-produced it, much like she did with all of her new albums that she's released and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna get anything better than pop music.
I don't think so either. Although, down in your favorite Purple Links section, there's a whole former Nickelodeon original programming thing that opens up, and I had to take a look in here, and boy, am I glad that I did, because there are some just really fantastic blasts from the past here, like
Double Dare.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to go Pinwheel, Special Delivery. Remember that ridiculous concept about the mannequin that came to life at night?
No, I don't.
Oh man, you missed out. Mr. Wizard's World, you can't do that on television. Out of Control, the Dave Coulier vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Kids
Who
Court.
could forget Dave
Oh
Coulier.
my gosh. Hey Dude. One of my very favorite shows when I was growing up. Hey Dude.
I mean, Out of Control could get us to Dave Coulier, who gets us to Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette, you're absolutely right. What I was wondering was if there was going to be anything actually linked in here that might be a nice in. So I was looking down in the 2000s, 2010s, something along those lines, to see if there was any kind of music type thing, that might somehow connect. I don't see anything jumping out at me here. And
I mean, honestly, you can't do that on television. Gets us directly to Alanis Morissette.
No, that's true. That's true.
And forgive me my ignorance, but do you think that Taylor Swift is in any way, shape, or form influenced by Alanis Morissette?
I would believe that she would have listened to her at some point, but no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
I mean, she came through country music, remember? That was her start.
Yeah, I don't know. I certainly know who Taylor Swift is, but I don't know hardly any of her music or her artistic history. So
she was in Nashville initially. Actually, she's from. Do you know where she's actually from?
Space.
She's from Reading, Pennsylvania.
Is she now?
She is.
Look at that.
So there you go. I'm looking also now down here at Rough Draft Studios, which I didn't even realize was a thing. But these folks made a lot of movies and television shows that you have seen, like the Simpsons movie and the Powerpuff Girls, SpongeBob, Futurama, Flintstones on the Rocks. So now I'm looking through this and thinking, is there something that, because didn't she do, she did a voice on a cartoon at some point, like just as a guest spot.
She may have.
But I don't remember which one it was. I feel like it's one of these, but I don't know what it is. So that's not gonna help me. I don't know why I'm even bothering. There's a bunch of Comedy Central programming listed on here, like Dr. Katz, professional therapist.
Are you padding the episode at this point?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm serious. I seriously think that there might be links in here to something better than pop music, but there's so many things listed that
I mean, there's a good chance she's listed on the pop music page. She is arguably the biggest pop star in the world today.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Where did you see pop music? Let's just go.
So it's up under the production section. There's a music link.
Production.
And it is the third after rockabilly, folk, and pop.
All right. Let's do it. Let's go to pop music.
Pop music.
There we go.
A very long page.
Indeed. Characteristics, development, influence, 21st century, perhaps she will be under there. Britney Spears, Avril Lavigne, Christina Aguilera, Destiny's Child, Justin Timberlake.
I don't even know where you're looking.
I'm all the way at the bottom under 21st century.
Oh.
She is not listed there.
She's not.
She is not.
That's cray.
It is. We should have gone. Was country one of the things on that page too? Because I didn't even look. I just immediately clicked.
Maybe. I don't know.
I bet you she was under that.
Rockabilly was listed for sure.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Did we really go to a pop music page that doesn't have Taylor Swift on it? It doesn't make any sense.
It makes zero sense. But I'm sure something on this page will link to a... So there is...
I mean, it's got to be a link to the Emmys or something. Or
under
or
Britney Spears. So there's a picture of Britney Spears near the end of the article.
Yeah.
Under which there is... it says Britney Spears has been named Princess of Pop. Mm-hmm. Which has its own link.
Oh, wow.
So that could be something because she is a well-known figure and it might take us somewhere. I mean, it definitely takes us somewhere.
It takes us somewhere, that's for sure. Yeah, I see country music is linked on here. So there is a chance that we could go through country music if we felt like that was a better path for some reason.
But like, I appreciate that's where she began.
Yeah.
But like, she's not known as a country music star. She's known as a pop music star, right?
Well, I would have said yes until I got to this page.
Okay, but she's definitely not a country music star.
Isn't she? I think she might have been.
I mean, when you listen to her music, does it sound like country music to you?
Her earlier stuff, yes, very much so.
That's not what I asked.
What did you ask?
I said when you listen to her music, her popular music. By the way, I don't have time to say popular, so I'm just going to shorten it to pop.
I see. Oh, that's fair. Fair that you should do that. Look, some of her music sounds like country. Some of her music sounds like pop. That's what I will say. I do notice that down in the purple pop music box, there's some other stuff linked, like Teen Idol is under this.
Okay.
So I wonder if things like, if anything in here, country pop is in here. Okay.
That feels perhaps like it can't just be Shania Twain.
I mean, you wouldn't think so. It actually it has subgenres of bro country and cowboy. which is unfortunate. Cowboy pop is a thing. But I wonder if any of these are a way to go. Like the teeny bopper is linked on here. What do you think of this celebrity?
I mean, we have to be careful because we're close. We're so close. We're frighteningly close.
I know.
And has she done any like famous duets with anybody?
I'm sure there's people screaming at their iPods right now. iPods.
That's right. If there are any 70-year-olds listening to us on obsolete technology.
I don't. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. No, she has done. There's a song that's currently out that she does a duet with somebody. I just, it's so weird to me that there's nobody on here like where's like Ariana Grande and what's her name, Rodrigo. You know what I mean? Like where are these people? Are they in a different group that's not called pop music anymore?
I don't know.
Olivia Rodrigo, that's what I'm thinking of.
There you go.
Like it must just not be pop music anymore. It must have a different genre to it. But I don't know what that genre is. I'm just so thrown that I don't know which direction to go, because I'm afraid of, very much as you say, that we're going to just go in the wrong direction and get further away instead of.
All right. Well, I mean, you pointed out the country pop link, right?
Yeah, you like that?
I feel like, and again, not knowing her, I thought pop was a great idea, but if her origins truly lie in country and she is now a famous pop star, then at some point she had to pass through the country pop nexus.
I mean, I would agree with that.
In worst case scenario, like we can always get broader
and we can go to country if we needed to from there and things like that. So, all right, let's do it. Let's go to country pop.
Country pop. Here we go.
I can't. This is shocking to me that
she
was not on the pop page.
Look at that! It's Taylor Swift.
Oh, really?
If you go down to the 2000s and 2010s, there is a picture of country and pop superstar.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift.
But apparently not pop enough to be on the pop music page on Wikipedia. Shame on you, editors of Wikipedia, for not having.
Shame on you, unpaid volunteers.
Yeah, exactly.
You put together the greatest collection of human knowledge in one place for nothing. How dare you?
Shame.
Make things easier on a bunch of drunk podcasters.
It even says here, Swift labeled herself as a pop artist since 2014's 1989. So there you go. So she rose to fame in the late 2000s as a teenage artist, buoyed by the success of her country pop singles, Teardrops on My Guitar and Our Song. So there you go. All right, but here we can click on Taylor Swift because she's right here. Let's do it.
I have done so.
There she is. Hey, Taylor.
Hooray for us.
This is awesome. We have found Taylor Swift. We've done it. Straight from Lhasa Apso to Taylor Swift. And Jethro, once again, as we did last week, we took 5 links to get to Taylor Swift.
Wow.
And I don't remember if I made you reveal first last week or if I revealed first, but I'm going to reveal first since it was a me episode. I guessed one less. I guessed 4.
You guessed 4? I guessed 6. So I guess one.
A tie. Our first tie of the season.
There we go.
Well, isn't that exciting? So that means that, folks, if you haven't listened before, if we tie, neither of us wins. Well, if you've never listened before, you should know that if whoever gets closest wins the episode, and whoever has the most wins at the end of the season gets, what did we decide?
A major award.
A major award. Jethro has won every season. And but if we tie on a particular episode, then it carries over to the next episode. So whoever wins next week will actually get both wins. And if no one wins next week, then they'll get 3 wins and so on and so forth. So we'll see next week who makes a better prediction when we come back and go from Taylor Swift to, I don't know, could be anything, and aren't you curious? Jethro, are you curious?
I'm very curious. I'm also very curious to see how many downloads our podcast gets when we put Taylor Swift in the episode title name, and then sadly do not talk about Taylor Swift at all.
Yeah, we had Postmodern Jukebox in our one of our titles, and it was definitely the most downloaded by a factor of 10. And so Taylor Swift, man, we're gonna be through the roof.
We're
I
gonna
have a feeling.
disappoint a lot more people on
Yes,
this one.
we sure are. Maybe we'll get banned somehow because of that. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm excited to learn, and I'm excited to see how we do next week. Jethro will be our 140th episode.
Woohoo!
So you better bring your A game. All right, buddy?
Oh, I will. I will, my friend.
All right. We'll see you next week.